Alright, this video is going to be on X-Guard. I've been teaching a lot of beginners X-Guard, and I think we have some good stuff to share. So there's various leg configurations you can have with the X-Guard. You can have the single leg X-Guard or the classic X-Guard here. But any of the positions, the common thing is your legs have to be making pressure, right? There's reverse X-Guard where you switch the hooks, where one of your feet will be under. This is standard here, where my leg that's towards the back is going to be on the top. And there's various arm positions. My arm could be wrapped over, like an overhook, or scooped under, underhooking. It could even be on the opposite side, okay? So we're not going to cover every single detail. There's a lot of detail into each grip, but I'm trying to give an overall theme or concepts that you can use. And basically you have two different arm positions, two different leg positions, and then your head could be in the front or back. So two options for the head, two options for the arms, two options for the legs, and then single leg X, okay? So watch it a few times and realize that to simplify this, all of these positions equate into the same techniques. So we can either sweep our man to his back like this. So if the guy postures up, you can sweep him towards his back, right? Get on top, attack the legs once you're there, depending on the rules or what you like. And all of the positions allow for that, whether it's here, the standard X-Guard, or the reverse X-Guard. Each position, you have these common options where you can put the man to his back or put his hands on the mat going forward. So you have these two options, backwards and forward. And then what do you do with that, okay? What are the options that you can do? So if I'm trying to put him back, again, notice how I'm transitioning. These drills are very important just to practice if you're not using X-Guard a lot, that you practice moving your feet. So what are we going to do? We're going to find a way, no matter what, to put him on his back or both hands on the mat. One of the best ways to do that is to use your hooks to capture the second leg. So this is sort of like the important detail. No matter which way you do it, if you capture the second leg, all of the sweeps are going to work a lot better. So it may or may not work, just the normal technique, but once you capture the second leg, it makes it a lot higher percentage. Notice how I'm sitting up, back, front, side to side. I capture the leg, and now I'm on top. I can pass, I can attack his legs, I can get on top. You have any number of options here depending on what you like. Just going through the various ideas, okay? Each of those requires a separate video. But today we're just talking about this. Look, put his hands on the mat, get my legs in position, and here, look, I have the reverse X-Guard. When I have the reverse X-Guard, if he pressures into me, driving his head, I can go into cross ashigami or double trouble or 411 or whatever people call it. But the main thing is, look, I'm giving him this problem, right? He can go to his back or he can go forward. And so his balance is going to be difficult for him to maintain. If he drives his head over me, I start to lift him up or knock him to his back. If he leans backwards, I knock him to his back. And I'm just flexible. If he denies me one position, we just switch to another position, right? Put him to his back or put his hands on the mat. Now we're going to need another option with his hands going to the mat. Again, on his back, we can get up and pass, we can attack his legs. But we're going to need additional option for today's video on what to do if the hands are going towards the mat. So if the hands are going towards the mat, another way we could say that is his head is going that way. His head is going sort of not at you, but laterally. His hands go to the mat and the head is going in the same direction as his hands. So if we can't control both legs to get the sweep, and we're only able to get his hands to the mat, we'll add another option here. But it's really important that you do these drills and practice coordinating your legs so you're used to switching. All right, here's the technique now. If his hands are on the mat, this is, of course, we have the heel hooks. If that's legal, if that's your thing, we have to make, of course, we have many videos on that. But today was like, what can we do with gi, no gi? It's going to work in a lot of situations for people with different rule sets. And instead of the heel hook, an option we can do when the guy puts his hands on the mat, we can sweep, right? We can basically do the X guard sweep. We're going to heist up here. So notice the timing. When his hands go to the mat, watch my foot. My foot switches from a hook. At this moment, I'm going to step, and it's time to start building height and get up. My other foot post. Oh, the camera died there, so we had to do it over. My other foot's going to post. My hand and foot post as I sit up. And now immediately I start to build height. I'm trying to get my head taller than him. I'm trying to get my head higher than his head, or my hips higher than his hips. So once I start to get up, I go above the knee, and then the body. So I go step by step. Don't just try to jump on the back or something. Okay, so I make his hands go to the mat from single leg X, and there we go. I immediately post, go. So if you like this, if you favor this kind of technique or maneuver, then you should make this one of your moves and work on it. All of these positions, here's the reverse X guard, and I can also sweep him to the back from there. So every leg configuration has this possibility where you have a sweep backwards, or you have a sweep forward with the hands going to the mat. So it's all of our job to practice with all the configurations: regular X guard, reverse X guard, single leg X guard, and realize that every option I could do, I could put him to his back. If he denies me putting him to his back, then I put his hands on the mat. Same deal here. Here's the sheer X guard, or with the X guard with my head behind his body. So we have the leg positioning, the arm positioning, and then the position of the head. More or less 2 variations for each, give or take. There's always more things that we could do and make it more complicated. But all the time we're trying to either put his back on the ground. He can compensate and avoid that by bringing his head to the side, and that's when we push him in that direction, build height, and get the sweep. Additionally, as you're more advanced, you'll add the heel hook in there. Or if that's the rule set, we have other videos on the outside heel hook. Now here's a situation, whenever I'm really crowded, maybe his head is coming over my head, this is a good time to use the reverse X guard to elevate him up, curl your hamstring, lock him in, and here we have the cross ashigurami. We can go right into the leg locks here. Again, giving the alternative, you don't need to have the leg locks if that's not at the rule set, but you can simply use this position. Look, sweeping, get on top. Thanks for watching.